YouTube land, this is Casey's Garage, and we're back out here about to mess with this 250 that we bought from Copart, stripped. And I got my buddy here, and we're going to see if we can get this in the garage so that we can start tearing into the motor and seeing what it needs. And first thing we're going to do is see if it's in gear or not. So I need to get a jack so we can lift up the wheels and see if those wheels move freely, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. Alright, as you can see, the front wheels are free, so we at least know the transfer case is in neutral. Okay.
It might be up now.
It's close. Let's see. Yeah, it's in gear. Definitely in gear. Alright, I guess we'll just unhook the drive shaft. Alright, so what am I going to say here? The drive shaft is disconnected. I've got the ratchet strap holding it up to the frame so it's not dragging around. So now we just need to hook up some cables to the front of the truck and see if we can get it pulled into the garage. Hell yeah. All right, now that we have the truck in the garage, this is going to make it a lot easier to work on. And good timing too, because it is super windy out and it would not be fun working on this outside right now. All right, so I'll probably have to get a different shop light to work on this engine. This one is not quite tall enough for this big old truck, but for now that's all right because there's not a whole lot for us to do until we get some parts. Now after, let me get my dead cat out of the way here. There we go. Now after doing a lot of research on this motor and doing some Google searching and just kind of get some comparable pictures on what this engine should look like, I've discovered there's 3 wiring harnesses. I repeat, 3 wiring harnesses that are actually cut into. Thankfully one of them I think is going to be salvageable. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm doing the best I can here. Which is this one right here. I believe they just cut off a red cable off the end, which goes to the battery, and then I believe this routes up to the injectors to give those power. I think that's all they clipped on that particular harness, so that one we might be able to salvage. Of course, the main one I showed you in the last video when we got the truck delivered, is the harness that comes from the fuse box over in the corner, runs up along the top, and then it gives, and then connects to all the fun stuff over here. And thankfully, that wiring harness is also what runs down the sides over here. This is the same harness. Ah, dang it, you can't see it, can you? Let's get a little closer. All right, so this is all the same harness, which then feeds down to the headlights and parking lights that is clipped on both sides. So thankfully, that's one big harness. And I did find one on eBay. It is on its way, and it should be here in about a week. And then I also discovered that the harness that connects the two batteries together, the positive harness, I think that's all we need. Looks like the negative's still there on both sides. You got that one? And do we have this one? Yes. Yeah, we have this one. Hope that's all it's missing. But anyway, the positive cable that connects the two, it is completely gone, and so I got that on order as well. So once we get those harnesses in, a friend of mine actually has a truck just like this. It's a 2006 model, but everything should be the same. And what we'll probably do is borrow his truck and bring it out, and then we'll just set them next to each other, and that'll make it real easy to route wires in where they're supposed to go. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, what was that? I'm gonna go ahead and start just cleaning it up and get the coffee cup out off the dash and get the coffee cleaned up, vacuum out the carpets, and of course clean out the back. And I think we'll start here first. So let me grab some gloves and the tripod, and we'll start just going through this mess back here and start throwing stuff out. All right. What do we have here? We have a Christmas tablecloth going in the trash. That thing is soaking wet. Sorry, we got a lot of shadows in here, don't we? Maybe I'll do this. Hit the truck with a trash can. All right. Get some tree limbs. Ooh-wee. A shirt. That is soaking wet. I'm glad we're going through this because this will get stinky back here. Well, that's kind of sad, actually. It looks like someone may have passed away. And it's just a shirt someone made in remembrance of them. So sorry to hear that, whoever shirt this belongs to. I have to grab a shovel to scoop all these leaves out. And there's a lot of clothes back here. Here's a sock. Man, that stuff is nasty. Good thing I got my gloves on. There we go. A little tool to go through this. Bunch of socks. There's another sock. Another sock. Why is there so many? That's a kid's sock. Old metal can. Anything in it? Can with some leaves in it. Nothing too exciting. Yeah, somewhere over in Independence, Missouri. Yeah. Another shirt. Oh, that's, what the hell? Is that a... Okay. So it's a female's tank top. Looks like a little girl's tank top. Thought it was underwear for a minute. Like, no way. Alright, I'm gonna just keep on getting all this stuff out of here. If I find anything interesting, I'll let you know. Alright, that's probably good enough. So, let's go over a few things we found here. Looks like we got a new pair of iPod or iPhone headphones in the trash. We found I don't know, a notebook. Got a bunch of writing in there. Looks like we have, this is soaking wet by the way, a grocery list? Yeah, it's a grocery list. I don't know if this goes to the owner of the truck or if this was thrown in the back sometime after. But that's where it's going. Man. Okay, what else we got here? Just a keychain lantern. And kind of a cool thing for, call it cool for, let's take his clothes off. For going through trash in the back of a truck, is we found a medal. And let's see if you guys can see it. It says 2011 Amateur Athletic Union AAU Championship. No idea what that is, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. Maybe we'll keep that. Alright, so now at the back, man, I cannot see, I got lights all in my eyes. But now that the back is cleaned up, I want to go ahead and, well, first unload this trash can down on the ground. And we'll take that home and dump it. But I want to start working on the inside, start vacuuming out the carpets and cleaning up the dash where the coffee spill is. Alright, got my handy shop vac here. Of course, the back isn't too bad here, but we'll start back here. There's a little bit of debris. Yeah, the carpet, guys, is in really good shape. I don't see stains, any tears, or bald spots. Yeah, very happy with that. I haven't looked in here. Cup holder's a little dirty. Not too bad. Leather looks great. I haven't even sat in this truck yet. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and, I guess, go to the front, start vacuuming out the passenger front, and we'll work our way around to the driver's side. Alright, I know it's real exciting watching me vacuum a vehicle out, but hey, I want to give you guys a little piece of everything I do on rebuilding these vehicles. We have a rubber garment. Probably goes to the door somewhere, so we'll keep that. And I doubt you can see all the way over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this mud cleaned up on the floor. There we go. We'll try this. The lighting's not the While we're up here, let's go ahead and grab this coffee. It is stuck to the dash. Alright, I'm just going to take this dead cat off. It's driving me nuts. And we're working inside the garage, so we don't have any wind. So if we have any weird audio, I guess we'll find out when I go to edit this video. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning up the carpets, and then when we get to the dash, then we'll clean up this coffee mess from that coffee cup. And then we'll start wiping down the dash, and then we'll do a quick little wipe down on the doors and everything else. And then we'll just see what the results are after we get done. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off by cleaning up this coffee. Should have brought some paper towels. I guess that'll work. And what I want to do is douse it down with some of this Total Interior Cleaner by Chemical Guys. Let that sit for a minute. Ooh, that already smells better. That stuff smells good. I just kind of started using this the other day. I usually use Meguiar products, and I still do. I still like Meguiar's, but I decided to try something a little bit different the other day, cleaning up a mess of one of my other cars, and I kind of like this stuff. It smells good, and it seems to get grime off the dash pretty easily. So here, I'll stood on this big old puddle right here. Probably have to spray that again because that's pretty thick right there. That's disgusting. All right. Yeah, so after just letting the Chemical Guys interior cleaner just kind of sit on that for a little while, I let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes. Then I used the rag and it came right up. So went ahead and got the rest of the top of the dash all cleaned up, and I was kind of starting to work on this, where you can tell they had a calendar or something stuck up here. That glue is pretty hard. I don't know if we can heat that up and take that off without damaging this plastic piece, or what I may do is once we confirm the truck is drivable and buildable, then we'll probably just get on eBay or something and get a replacement piece. But for now, we'll just leave that. And next thing I'm going to do is clean up this nasty steering wheel. And I'm just going to use this rag, which is soaked in the Chemical Guys solution, and just wipe this down. Okay, so we're not doing a full detail here. We're just wiping stuff down, trying to make it a little bit cleaner, and making it smell better. Check it out, guys. It's already looking 100% better. The dash is just wiped down with the Chemical Guys interior cleaner protectant. I'm really starting to like this stuff. I might use it more often. I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything, but I always like trying new things, and so far I'm very impressed with this stuff. I may just have to leave a link down below, and you guys can give it a try and see what you think. Alright, so now that the dash is clean, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up these doors and the rockers, or the plastics around the floor here. The door actually doesn't look too bad. It's got a little bit of coffee or something there. There's coffee all over this truck. Even on the other side, if you look at, of course it probably ran down from the dash right there, but I don't know if you can see that, but it's there's coffee all over that side too. So I'll go ahead and wipe everything down. Alright, so this is not a full detail, but man, she is already looking a lot better. Got all the doors cleaned, got the dash clean, and the carpet already looks pretty good. We'll eventually shampoo it. Now, I didn't do anything with the seats. I didn't wipe those down quite yet. Mainly I just want to focus on getting the coffee off the dash so we can get the stink out of here. And man, I am very happy with the results. And here's the back. I don't know how the lighting is, but like I said, we're doing our best here. Like I said, guys, the interior of this truck is in very good shape. Very little sign of wear and tear. Alright, so I know you guys want to keep on watching clips on the truck rebuild, but that is about as much as we can do until we start getting some parts in. Like I said, I do have the wiring harness ordered, and it should be here any day. And that'll be the next thing we do, is go out and wire up the engine and see if it'll start. But until then, I'll go ahead and start getting this van reconditioned. And the first thing we're going to do is start working on these foggy, cloudy headlights. And I'm going to try doing something a little bit different this time. I usually use Meguiar's 205 and 105 compound and polish to do the headlights with my dual action polisher. But this time I'm going to use some WD-40 because I saw a YouTube video of someone doing this, and see if it works. So let's give it a shot. Holy crap. Like instantly the second it touched it. Holy crap. I mean, oh my goodness. No way. No. What? Holy moly. I am truly shocked with how easy that was. Cannot believe how well that works. Alright, so we got this washed down with soap and water, and it really is too cold to be spraying anything on here. It's only like 45 or 46, but you know, you gotta make do with what you got, and my garage is full right now, so we'll just do a couple of thin coats here of clear coat. Oops. As it is the next day, and check out those headlights. You guys, we're back out here with the truck again. We're gonna do some work on it. I got the locksmith coming out in just a little bit to get a key made for it. But real quick here, let's just check out these headlights that we used WD-40 on last night to get cleaned up. And overall, they look pretty good. Now I could go in and wet sand these a little bit and get that clear coat a little more flat and get the little bits of orange peel out of there. But I think that's good enough. They look a lot better than they do. They look a lot better than they did, and you know, this van is old and it's got a lot of miles, so they don't need to be perfect. Alright guys, so we're jumping around cars here, but like I said, there's a little bit of work to do on all of them. And while we're waiting on the locksmith to come out, I'm going to go ahead and replace the missing headlight washer nozzle that's supposed to pop up. Man, it's windy out here. Like this other side. And I've had a new one for quite some time, just haven't had time to get it in there. So I got the wheel taken off. I need to take off this fender skirt, and we'll get in there and get the new one placed. Oh, hey Toby. Hey Tobes. I think the dogs think this van is a big playhouse. There's a washer cap. That's the plastic piece up on the top. Alright. It's even black. The gloss black already. I wonder if I'll have to paint that. It looked best painted, but I don't know. But there's a new cap. Alright, so this should be a new pump. Which our pump actually works. But there's a clip that's broken on it, which holds on the cap. So we got an all new one here. Alright, so it's going to be, I think, nearly impossible to show you what I'm doing. I'm not sure if you can see this or not. But right in front of me, right in the middle of the screen there, is the nozzle and the bracket. Or the pump and the bracket just laying there in the bumper. And I'm going to get that out of there and get the new one in place. And try to figure out how this fastens up. Alright guys, so I've got the old pump disconnected in there. And of course now we got washer fluid going all over the place. So I need to hurry up and get this one in. Guys, move. It's not anything to drink. Now, there it is right there. Alright, so let's get this one out of there.
Alright, hi, my name is Samuel with Sam's Locksmith in here. I am going to decode this lock for this 2005 Ford F250, and after I decode it, I'm going to take this blank key, and I'm going to make it a key that works for the door. Alright, here we go. So first things first, you always want to make sure there's lube inside of the lock, because inside of this lock there's little wafers, and there's also little tiny springs. And whenever it gets wet, condensation builds up in there, and they will seize up. So we're going to put some lube on the key, like that. I like seafoam, you can use WD-40 if you want. And then just like that, it's nice and lubed. Take the blank key, put it back in my pocket. Alright, and I'm using a leashy tool for this. I like leashy tools. Alright, so once I get this lock cylinder to turn, then I can decode it. You have to turn it before you decode it. So, let's see if I still got it. And once I turn it officially, it's open. So if you ever lock yourself out of a car, you can always pick it open with one of these tools too.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's how the safe got it.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so as you can see it turned. So now from here, all I have to do is just read the wafers. There's little indentions on here. Thanks for watching.
Easy enough.
Alright, thank you,
guys. So I'll leave him alone so he can get it all finished up, and we'll have a key for the truck. All right, so where we at?
All right, so I just made the key, and we're going to test it to see if it works. It works.
Hey, there we go.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Here you are, sir.
And guys, I'll put the link in the description below where you can contact this good man, and he'll help you out.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So while Sam was working on the lock there on the truck, I did get this somewhat done. There's got to be a missing piece or missing bracket that holds this up tight and flush with the bumper, because I just can't get it to stay up there, and the one bracket I have, it just kind of moves around. So that's as good as it's going to get for now. I'll Google it, and if I can find a bracket or find out if there is something missing here, I may try to fix that again later. But for now, at least the hole is somewhat plugged. I'm not sure if it looks better or not, but the pieces are there. So now I also rotated the tires, put the back on the front and the front on the back. All four tires do really need to be replaced, but the ones that are now on the front are the better ones. So since those are our steering tires, we'll put the better ones up here. Alright, so now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of clean up, and I'm going to check my tracking status on the wiring harness and see if they're in, and if so, go pick them up and we'll get to work on the truck. And voila! The 2 boxes I've been waiting for all week long. So let's get these boxes open and let's just get to work. Oh, that's pretty cool. So guys, man, who'd I buy this from? I think it's from a salvage yard in Illinois. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, but included with the battery cables, right? Yeah. Is 3 player cards for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we got Marty Schottenheimer. I believe that's Albert Lewis. And Nick Lowry. Very cool. Well, if you're one of my subscribers that sent this to me, thank you. All right. Very nicely packaged. Very impressed. All right, so we got a long battery cable. And now my phone's ringing. I'll be right back. All right, now this one should be the other harness, the main harness. And also the plastic shroud, shield. That's what they call it, plastic shield that the harness goes in. All right. So this came with a whole new fuse box and the whole 9 yards. Are we missing something here? Oh, there it is. And here's the plastic. You gotta be real careful with this. This little plastic thing here that guides the harness against the firewall of the truck is not replaceable. There is not a Ford dealership in the country that has this right now. And I was lucky to even find it used. So if you have a Super Duty and you're messing with your wiring harness, be careful with this plastic piece here, because it'd be hard to find. Alright, so I want to get this out of the box and just kind of lay it over the top of the engine, and we'll just pick a spot probably over here where the fuse box is, where it starts, and kind of work our way over. Oh! And as I say, be careful with the plastic piece. I just drop it on the concrete. And this is going to be hard to get the lighting in here because this truck is so tall. I don't know if I can get my light higher or not. I'll try. But we need to just start here and work that way. And we do need to take off this coolant tank. The coolant tank, which the only concern I have on this truck really is this coolant tank is empty. So that does concern me. After doing all the research on 6.0 diesels, I've learned a lot about the head gaskets and the oil coolers and EGR coolers and how they fail. And not having coolant is a little concerning. Anyway, we need to remove that so we can get to the harness right there. That's already cut. But yeah, let's just kind of get situated here and try to get the camera up somewhere where you can actually see a little bit what I'm doing. You know, I'm thinking what I could do is a part right here they cut off. I could just cut the new harness in the same spot and then splice it in, and then I wouldn't have to worry about all the mess over here. Be less work trying to get the wires out of here, but I don't like the idea of splicing in. I'd rather just replace the whole thing. But this is kind of a mess. All the wires kind of intertwist within each other, intertwine within each other. So, what would you guys do? Kind of curious. Would you cut the new harness here and splice it in because it's just that side of the vehicle on this harness that's damaged? Well, no, because we have the headlights over here that are cut out too. So we'd have to cut and splice a few things, or just keep working at it and replace the whole harness. I don't know, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious. I think I'm going to keep trying to replace the whole thing, but alright, so time for a little update. Finally got the fuse box disconnected from the bracket that's holding it down. I got the wiring harnesses disconnected underneath. And now what I'm doing is working on the inside of the truck, because I got to disconnect the harness that goes through the firewall from the back of the interior fuse box. So already got a few of them disconnected. I think there's a couple more, and then I'll pull the wires through the firewall, and then at that point, guys, I think the harness is for the most part disconnected, and it'll come out of the car or truck. Victory! Alright guys, so this video is getting long, it's getting late, it's getting cold. I think this is a good place to stop for the night and a good place to end the video. And I'm going to come back out here in the morning and start going at this again in the next video. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll have this truck running. So thanks for tuning in to Casey's Garage. Don't forget to hit that sub button, and we will catch you next time. Take care.